Hello friends, today I am here with Microorganisms, Friend and Foe Part 2 of 8th Standard. In today's session, we are going to discuss common human diseases caused by microbes, food preservation and nitrogen cycle. So let us start the session. First, it is about common human diseases caused by microbes. As we have discussed earlier that in previous video that different microorganisms are responsible for causing different diseases and their mode of transmissions are also different. So here we are going to discuss. First disease is chickenpox, which is caused by virus and the mode of transmission is through air or from physical contact with the infected person. Another is polio, that is caused by virus and this virus are entering into the body through air or water. Another is measles, it is also caused by virus and the mode of transmission is through air. Hepatitis B, it is also caused by virus and the mode of transmission is through contaminated water. Another is tuberculosis. This tuberculosis is caused by bacteria and the mode of transmission is by air. Typhoid is also caused by bacteria and the mode of transmission is contaminated water. Next one is malaria, which is caused by protozoa and the name of the protozoa is Plasmodium. But how it enters into the body of human beings? It is entering to the body of human beings by mosquito bite and the name of the mosquito bite is female Anopheles mosquito and it along with carry Plasmodium. Another is cholera, that is also caused by bacteria and it is transmitted through contaminated food and water. Hepatitis A is again the causative organism for this hepatitis A is virus and it is transmitted through water. Now it is the common plant diseases caused by different microorganisms. First is citrus canker. Citrus canker is a disease which is occurring in citrus fruit like lemon, your sweet lime, oranges, etc. So the causative organism for citrus canker is bacteria and it enters into the body of plant body through air. So mode of transmission is air. Another is rust of wheat. This is caused by fungi and the name of the fungi is Puccinia and mode of transmission is through air or through seeds. Another is yellow vein mosaic of ladyfinger, that is okra. It is also caused by virus and the mode of transmission is through insects. Last one is smut disease of wheat. This is caused by fungus and the name of the fungus is Astilago and it is also entering into the body of plant by air or through seeds. Now the next topic is about food preservation. We know that food is spoiled by microorganisms and when the food gets spoiled it gives bad smell and bad taste and this causes food poisoning. So food can be preserved. So how it can be preserved? It can be preserved by different methods. So these methods helps the food to protect them from microorganisms. First is chemical method. Food like pickles can be preserved by using chemicals like salt and edible oils. Jams and squashes can be preserved by using chemicals like sodium benzoate, sodium metabisulfite, and these chemicals which are useful for preserving the food items, they are called as preservatives. Another method of food preservation is by using sugar. Food items like jams, jellies, squashes, they can be preserved by using sugar solution. So this sugar solution prevent the growth of microbes. Another is by using oil and vinegar. Food items like pickles, vegetables, fish, meat, etc. they are preserved by using oil and vinegar. So this oil and vinegar prevent the growth of microbes. Next method is by heat and cold treatment. Both heat and cold treatment prevent the growth of microbes. Heating food items kills the microbes, and similarly storing food items at very low temperature, that is we are keeping the food in fridge. So that low temperature in the fridge prevent the growth of microbes. Another is by using common salt. Food items like fish, meat, amla, raw mango, tamarind, so they can be preserved by using common salt. So it prevents the growth of microbes by removing the moisture content from the food item. Another is by storage and packing. Some food items are stored in airtight container, and this airtight container also protect microbes from microbes. Next method is pasteurization. Pasteurization is a method in which the milk is preserved. Here it is a process in which milk is heated to about 70 degree for only 15 to 30 seconds, and then the milk is suddenly chilled. So this heating and chilling prevent the growth of microbes, and this process is called as pasteurization, and it was first of all discovered by Louis Pasteur. Here you can see the different food items preserved by different methods. Now the last one is topic of this is nitrogen cycle. We know that nitrogen is present in atmosphere in large amount, that is 78%. But in this form, that is in nitrogen N2 form, gaseous form, the nitrogen is not utilized by any living organisms, but it is very essential for the proper growth of plants and animals. So how they enter into the body? So the nitrogen in the atmosphere is converted into nitrogen compounds in the soil, and this is done by nitrogen fixing bacteria and also blue-green algae. Sometimes lightning also converted nitrogen compounds in the soil. Nitrogen compounds in the soil is used by plants for synthesis of plant proteins and other compounds, and when animal feeds on plants, these animals convert plant protein into animal protein and other nitrogenous compounds. When plant and animal die, then bacteria and fungi present in the soil convert the nitrogenous waste into nitrogen compound in the soil. So again it can be utilized by the plants. So in this way there is circulation. Some bacteria converts some nitrogenous compound in the soil into nitrogen gas. That is again going back into the atmosphere. So you have seen here that nitrogen in the atmosphere is almost remain constant due to this nitrogen cycle. In the higher class you will read in detail about the nitrogen cycle. What are the different processes taking place in the nitrogen cycle. Here it is the nitrogen cycle. You can see here that lightning fixes atmospheric nitrogen, and compounds of nitrogen in the soil it is reaches, and again the compounds of nitrogen is converted by bacteria into nitrogen, that is gaseous nitrogen, and it is going into the atmosphere. This compounds of nitrogen in the soil is taken by that plant, and plant is further taken by animals, and animals again excrete, or whenever they die, so nitrogen compound is again going back into the soil. And sometimes atmospheric nitrogen is that fixing by bacteria and blue-green algae into the soluble form of nitrogen. Here it is the root nodules. In the root nodules of leguminous plants, some nitrogen fixing bacteria are present. So they are responsible for enriching the soil content with nitrogen. Thank you. For any kind of doubts, please write your question in comment section.